Good morning, this is Calamity calling and we are playing part 10, I believe, of the Somnium files. It got crazy last time, so like they were all the killers, they were all doing bad things. Because we went in Boss's head and it was mad. But we can carry on because what even was that? Anyway,
4 victims.
Yes.
Shoko Nadami, Renju Okiura, Iris Sagan, So Sejima.
Each person killed the one before, going like that way.
Shoko was stabbed by Renju with an ice pick. Renju was strangled to death by Iris.
She has so much cleavage. It's just unnecessary.
So cut open Iris's body.
Although I want to know what
But
brush
who shot So? It was you.
You did.
In other words, all of these murders were committed by different people. There wasn't just one killer.
Why?
That's how it looks on the surface, anyway. But that's not the truth, is it?
Oh God.
There's only one culprit. One person. And that person is...
You.
Yes. You. The person in front of me right now.
Thank you for reaffirming me.
You're blaming the commander of Abyss for this?
No, not Boss. The person inside Boss's head.
Oh
Can
my
you at
God.
least try to make sense.
Oh, I hadn't even clocked that. Oh my God, that makes complete sense. Did it again. Plot twist I did not expect. Anyway, carrying on. I just needed a moment to process that.
Alright, I'll explain. You know about the abandoned chemical plant in Kawasaki?
Is she Rohan?
There's a prototype sync machine there.
Oh, this is the sick thing. So like if you spend too long with someone's head, you'll swap brains. Well,
You
go
use
into
that
that brain.
device to swap around bodies one by one.
In other words, the entire egg ends up being replaced.
that makes so much more
Mind,
sense.
consciousness, memory,
And
they
then
are
they
traded.
killed them
switched.
after. So that it's like almost a perfect crime. Someone's always killing someone else, but no one
I
knows
don't know
who's
where it
truly
started.
killing the person.
But at some point, you got into Shoko's brain. Then, you got into Renju's. And got rid of Shoko's body. After Renju was Iris.
She
You
was already
strangled
dying.
Renju
That's just
using
mean.
Iris. After that, into So. Who you used to kill Iris and Ota at the cult storage warehouse.
We know the story behind this, but she technically doesn't.
Now, you're in Boss's body. Inside her head.
Where's the original
see.
boss brain?
If you know that much, then I have nothing left to hide. Yes, I am the culprit behind the new Cyclops serial killings. I guess you can call me
89?
the new Cyclops killer.
I'm really struggling with like the who's behind the face, and it is. Who are you?
Saito Sejima.
The
Congressman
son of
Sejima's
So who
son.
killed.
What?
She killed.
I researched Saito
He
thoroughly,
killed.
but I cannot
Monica.
find any images of him on the internet. He is listed on the family register, but I cannot find any photographs.
Murderous little should have been put down earlier.
That was me.
You imitate her well. From the way you talked and your body language, it was like the real Iris. Earlier, too.
Your
Almost
sister.
had me fooled.
You killed your
Your
sister.
imitation of Boss was perfect.
Yes, there's a reason for that. Let me define some terms first. A person's memory and sense of self. Let's call that personality.
The id and the ego.
It isn't quite the right word, but it'll suffice. Now, transferring that personality into someone else's brain, let's call that parasitism. The one transferring is the parasite.
Citizen.
The one being transferred into is the host. Are you with me so far? Moving on. Even after the personality exchange is complete, the host's memory isn't completely lost. About 1% remains in the brain. So, a parasite could use that 1% to imitate the language and behavior of the host. That's how I knew about the
How does this
warehouse
person even know
and
about this
Sunfish
technology?
Pocket, by the way. Thanks to Renju and Iris's remaining memories.
I don't like where this is going.
Before I do, there's something I want to hear from you. How did you know about the prototype sync machine?
Just lucky?
And not only that, you also seem to know what the sync machine is truly capable of.
I want to know more how you know. It's literally my job to know.
Regaining your memories, are you? Human memory is
Oh
fragile.
yeah, I completely forgot
If
we
you retain
had
even
no
a single piece
memories.
of it, it's possible to recreate the whole thing. Pieces of memories are like roots that grow into every corner of the brain, gradually, slowly, taking its time. I imagine the same thing is happening in your brain right now.
A fractal is a figure with
Yeah,
self-similarity.
no one told me that.
Allow me to explain. See this? Whichever fragment you cut, you will see a similar shape. The whole is made up of its similar parts. This is called a fractal figure. Memories in the brain are similar. That is what he is explaining. He is claiming that from a few pieces, you can rebuild the memory.
But why is he doing this, and why did he kill his sister? Well, to be fair, we know he's not sane because he killed Manaka.
Parallel worlds exist.
I'm telling you, it was me. Why are you making me repeat myself?
That means the Somnium I entered on Sunday.
That's right. It was me.
So the boy saw them in the warehouse kissing.
What's going on here?
Was I the original Cyclops killer?
Fine. I still have time.
Time?
You'll see. So, where do you want me to start?
That's a fair.
Like you guessed, my personality was in Shoko, Renju's ex-wife. That
Who did
made
she kill?
calling Renju easy. I need to talk to you about something. He came over without question. I
But
think it was
why
around
Renju?
4 p.m. I had him meet me at the chemical plant. I made Renju go to sleep. Synced, switched personalities, and then stabbed
Oh yeah, 'cause
Shoko's
he was trapped.
discarded body with an ice pick. I took
So it's
Shoko
like
to
it-
Bloom Park by car,
Leaps over.
using the old abandoned subway line.
Called it.
Must have been around 8 p.m. by the time I was finished. I tied up Shoko to one of the merry-go-round horses. After that, I used Renju's phone to send a Nile message to Mizuki.
What'd you want with Mizuki? Leave her alone.
Then, I just waited for Mizuki to arrive. Until next Saturday evening, my personality was inside Renju. My next target was Iris.
Why?
I knew she would be suspicious if I asked her to come to Kawasaki, so I asked her to come to Sunfish Pocket first.
Why?
I called her a little before 5 p.m., and she arrived just after 6. I greeted her, then convinced her to come with me. That's when Ota
So the
saw
original
us.
bodies just get discarded?
Anyway, I put her in the car, then headed to the chemical plant. On the way, I made her take a sleeping pill. I knew she might run once she saw where we were going.
What's with the thing?
It was around 7 p.m. when I got there, and I wasted no time switching bodies. After getting Iris's body, I used a rolled-up apron to strangle Renju to death.
This is not where I thought this would
Then
go,
I
if I'm
put his
honest.
body in an empty oil drum I'd prepared earlier. I put that in the
That
trunk
bit
of
we
the
did know.
car, then headed to Sunfish Pocket. But then, something I didn't anticipate happened. Waiting for the signal in Akiba, someone knocked on the window of the car. It was Ota. He asked me something about being able to drive. He was surprised, to say the least. I didn't have time to waste on him. But I couldn't risk him finding the oil drum in the trunk. Plus, if word got around that Renji's car was spotted driving around Akiba, that would foil my plans. So, I came up with a lie.
I hate how arrogant
I
he
told
is.
him that I didn't have a license, so he had to keep it a secret. That's what that thing referred to in Ota's Nile messages, by the way. And just like that, I managed to escape a bad situation and headed to Sunfish Pocket as planned. The rest went exactly as you already figured out.
Yep, he got strung up like a fish.
Sunday morning,
Sunday?
I had a recording or some such thing scheduled. Oh, I am, of
But I
course,
still don't know
referring to
why.
Iris. I didn't want to draw suspicion, so I decided to attend, as planned. I went to Lemniscate and performed my job. And when I left,
Oh, sorry.
I ran
Hungry.
into you, Date. To be honest, I was a little surprised. Just the previous night, I was a parasite in the body of Renju.
Does that mean his original body's dead now?
I didn't think Ota had seen me. So, of course, I didn't expect to see you there so soon.
Thank you, I like to
You
think
were
I'm
on
good
to
at my
me.
job.
But there was nothing I could do about that. If I ran, it would only increase your suspicion. So I decided to play my role. The interrogation began around 8:20 p.m., is that right? Then you synced into my mind. But you didn't get what you were looking for, did you? As a result, you had no choice but to release me. I didn't want to go home right
Yeah, his
away.
arrogance bugs me.
I knew there might be police waiting for me. That would make it difficult to sneak out at night. And that would put my plan in jeopardy. So I asked you to take me to Marble. I tried to find an opportunity to run, but then another unexpected event occurred. I got a Nile message from Ota. I knew I could, so I told him I needed his help and to meet me at Marble.
Makes sense.
He did as I instructed him to do. After that, I got into the van with Ota. But because his presence was unnecessary, I asked him to stop at a convenience store to buy me something to drink. When he was gone, I took his car and drove to my parents' house where I used to live. Yes, the Sejima residence.
Used to live? When was I sectioned? When was you? No. When were you sectioned?
Of course I knew I couldn't just walk
Saito?
up and ring the doorbell. Hello, Father, it's been a long time. I was also in Iris's body at the time.
Your
But
sister.
I thought I could use that to my advantage. So I pushed on the intercom and sure enough, my dad invited me inside. I told him this. I want you to come with me. There's something I need to show you. He was quiet for a while, but eventually...
Because he knew that was it. Well, she's a spitting image of her mum.
We arrived
she
at the
knows her dad
prototype sync
killed-
machine around 11:50 p.m. By the time I was in the body of Sosajima, it was a new day. This was yesterday, early Monday morning, past midnight. In my
Been
new
busy.
body, I drugged Iris, put her in the van, and drove to a new location. Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. I arrived around 1, then prepared for the show for a couple hours. Of course, when I say show, I mean dismembering Iris. Because of the temperature in the warehouse, it took longer than I expected to prepare, but...
Grim.
well, you saw it in the video. Of course, I didn't anticipate Ota would show up. What does that make it? 3 times that brat has showed up unexpectedly? That annoyed me to no end, and I took that out on him. Dressing him up in the polar bear was an impromptu plan on my part. I didn't mean to make you think he was the killer. I just wanted to throw a wrench into the investigation. Didn't matter if you found out or not. This all happened Monday morning. I left the warehouse around 3:30 a.m. There isn't much to talk about on Monday. Before noon, I used my old man's body to call this one Boss. You might not know this, but she and my father go back about 6 years. The two shared a terrible secret. Hinting at that was enough to get the boss to come running to me immediately.
She was trying to protect me, wasn't she? Oh my god, this is messy.
I injected her with a sedative, then brought her body to the chemical plant. I synced with her, exchanged our bodies. And after blowing my father's brains out, I cut his body
Wasn't that
into
technically
pieces.
her though? If they switched, because each one of their mentalities would have been killed surely by the Saito killing them.
I stuffed the meat into a vase I'd brought earlier and
Ah,
drove back to my house.
meat. That was a person. Why?
You know all about the
Why them?
prototype sync machine, don't you? That should explain it.
Why does it explain why the eyes are gone though? Ugh. They just couldn't be bothered to be careful.
Of course, I don't really care about eyes. I don't need them.
No,
All
you
I
have
cared
two.
about
Well done.
was exchanging bodies with the sink. And for that, I needed to remove the left eye.
Why didn't you just put the eyes back when you were done?
That's obvious. Once I was finished transferring into a new body, the old one was of no concern to me. Why would I bother
Such
replacing
a
the
dick.
eye? I was just going to get rid of it anyway. Shoko's is in Renju. Renju's is in Iris. Iris's is in Dad. Dad's
Oh.
is in Boss.
Ugh.
Their stomachs,
Ugh.
I mean.
You sick bastard.
Yes, I ate them. Immediately after exchanging personalities.
How horrible.
You got problems.
Homicide
Yeah,
is my
why?
hobby. I have a tenacity for it, what can I say? Of course, it was also necessary to make sure people kept their mouths shut. If I took over someone's body, they would know about my crimes. I couldn't risk them reporting me, so I killed them. It was also a
I mean,
matter
I
of
get it, but
revenge
ugh.
against you. It's personal.
I don't even know what I've done.
That's why I chose people close to you as targets. Well, except
You
for my
touch
father,
Mizuki, we have
of course.
problems.
That was personal to me, but don't ask. It's embarrassing.
No, I want to ask.
This series
The hell
of
did I do to
murders
you?
was like a journey for me. You know, traveling through bodies to finally reach the end. That's the thing about traveling. You always
Me.
wind up in the same place.
I'm the final body.
Where do you think that is? You are home.
Wait, you're my brain. I'm
Trip is
you?
only complete once you return home.
I'm Sato
The
Sajima?
same goes for me. When I return home, my travels will come to an end. So I'll be needing
Then
it back.
who am I in my brain?
My body.
What?
You stole my body. You took it from me 6 years ago. That's why I want revenge.
Then
What
who
are you
am
talking
I?
about?
You have no idea what it was like inside my own head. I miss it. I miss my brain, Date. No matter how many
what does real
people I
Date look
killed,
like?
It never worked. I never felt happy. I feel miserable.
You mean?
Can't I just kill you? I'm Sato Sajima. I'm
He was
physically
born with
Sato
a brain
Sajima, but I don't know
dysfunction.
who's in my head.
Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Only got off when causing murder. Pain.
That's right. My old body.
Who am
How are you
I?
finding it, Date? That's what I've been telling you!
I don't have the same oxytocin deficiency you did.
That is because I regularly supplement it.
Uh-oh.
They must have increased your dosage too much.
No, but the person who had this disorder was number 89, the original Cyclops killer.
That is what I believed as well. But we must have misunderstood.
Okay, I'm confused
Peter
again.
did not specify who exactly was imprisoned. Only that one of the original culprits responsible was currently in prison.
That's strange. That would mean number 89 is the previous chairman, Rohan.
That must be
Then
it.
am I the dark hair guy?
Rohan is a parasite inside number 89's brain. computer must have known that.
No way.
Hold up. What? So, 89 is Rohan, but who is 89's body? Is 89's body my original body? What's going on? I'm so confused. I thought I had this down.
Let's determine the specifics using
I don't
Saito
have
as
this
our starting
down.
point. Whose brain was he in before Boss?
So Sejima.
And before
Yeah,
So?
so, his dad.
Iris.
Iris.
And before that, Renju.
Renju,
And
and then
before that...
Shoko.
And before Shoko?
I was a
Who are you
parasite
before
inside
Shoko?
Rohan's brain 6 years ago until last year. I'd lost most of my memories. I was a shell of a man. They housed me
So
in a
he
special
made Rohan do
hospital,
the bad things.
but I still had those fragments of my mind left. Just as I explained earlier.
Wait, you're Rohan?
From
No, wait, you're
a
Saito.
single
Saito.
piece, you can recreate the whole.
So
I took
who's
my
actual
time,
Rohan? Is he gone?
slowly regaining my memories. 1 year ago, I remembered everything. I left the hospital and immediately sought out Shoko Nadami. I got
am
her body,
confused.
and she was in Rohan's. When she saw herself in the mirror, she lost her mind. She was confused,
Understandably.
panicking, running up the emergency staircase, and then...
That's why Rohan committed suicide.
After that, I spent a year perfecting my plan, using Shoko's
But
body.
who am I?
I spied on you all this time. That's why I know everything about you.
Cool, okay.
In there, in that body you are operating right now, in that skull,
Who were you before Rohan?
my personality lived there.
Wait, hold on. If what you're saying is true, what about my personality?
It was in Rohan.
I'm not Rohan!
Yeah, where am I
Correct.
from? Who am I? And that's why I remember Iris when she was little. Oh, I'm learning so many things. The knowledge. Did Boss know about this? Because she said I had no connection to it originally.
Sorry, but time's up. I want my body. It's quite simple. Sync with me.
Why
and
would I
stay
do that?
inside my mind for more than 6 minutes.
And if I refuse?
Because Hitomi.
I know that you won't. I know it.
Huh?
Date, look! This is streaming live!
Hitomi is actually the love of my life. Apparently.
Damn you!
If you give me back my body, I will give you the location. Oh, and of course, it isn't the chemical plant in the Kawasaki district.
Iva,
But then he
where's
will
the
have
source?
access to Iba and he'll be all
It is
powerful.
being routed through numerous IPs. I cannot identify the source.
Does that mean I'm boss?
Computer, contact headquarters, now!
Got it!
I don't like this.
Now, What will you do? Will you agree to my request?
No.
Doctor, don't you
The
care
person in
about
my head did, but I'm not that person. I do.
understand the gravity
But you're a
of
bad
this
person. I
situation?
can't give you access to an all-powerful AI. You will literally ruin the world. I'm not doing it.
You're too stubborn.
I'm not doing it.
You're just cold-hearted. You want to see what will happen?
I've seen enough of this. I'm not doing it.
Tears and scatters.
It's cool,
If you aren't quick,
but I'm not
see what
doing
they
it.
will think. You know I'm not.
You don't get to be in an all-powerful AI. You get to be put away for what you did. Oh. Like, I knew that was going to happen, but ugh. People jam. I think it's stupid that I get a bad end because I live. It's like the only option where I, as me, live. Otherwise I have to live inside Boss's head and he gets to be an all-powerful bad guy. We don't want that. Okay, let's try and do it the other way then. I will do it.
Date?
See, I knew you wouldn't. I know you well, don't I, Date?
To him. Her. They? I don't know what to call Saito anymore. I'm confused. I've got biscuit crumbs all over my mouse mat. Which I now have, so whenever I play games you won't hear the tap tap tap. Oh. Now arrest him. He's admitted to doing crimes and we know he's in there. Take Iber out.
I did it. I did it.
Well, he's less attractive now, he's evil.
I got it all back.
Hey, where's Hitomi?
You promised.
All right. I'll tell you as promised. Boss's house. However, it might be too late by now.
What?
Double crossing. Child of unmarried parents.
Why?
Return my body and I'll tell
Not
you
that she
the
would still
location.
be alive.
That's what I said. I didn't lie. I kept
Kill him.
my promise.
Yeah, you've got a broken leg and a broken arm.
You're the one who injured that body. It's your own fault, really.
Damn it.
Arrest him. Kill him.
Be seeing you.
Yes. Yes, Pewter. You finally redeemed yourself. Oh, Iber. Oh, Iber. I love you.
Date, are you alright?
We love Iber. We stan Iber. Iber's the best one.
Everyone's dead.
But Mizuki's still alive.
I couldn't do anything. Saito had me right where he wanted me.
Now prosecute the fuck out of him.
Parallel worlds exist.
Could I have had...
This is the pink fruit he's referring to, I believe. The parallel world. Oh, Iber. Hi, baby.